Okay, racial injustice. Uh, right now, what's happening around the news and going around social media, athletes and Colin Kaepernick especially, they've been protesting against racial injustice throughout their games and sports. Uh, Colin Kaepernick was the very first athlete and first NFL athlete from the San Francisco 49ers to protest against racial injustice through a preseason game, I believe August 26th of 2016. Uh, him and other athletes now are protesting against social injustice because of the way society is being right now, especially the police force against different races, and they're taking matters in their own hands. But why are these athletes getting backlash from fans and other people for what they believe in? They're getting backlash from people because the people are thinking that they're disrespecting not only the flag but the people that gave up their lives for a very long period of time now. But I see it differently. I feel like they have reasons why they are protesting, and they are, I believe, they are great ones. Uh, Three reasons why I feel the athletes have the right to protest is because they're looking for not only the present, but for the future of the sport and for the youth, especially since the athletes are being looked up as role models by the youth, and they have the right to protest because it is in our Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And the last one is because I feel like there has to be a change in how the cases of racial injustice is taken. I think it would be beneficial for the youth for them to know why these athletes are standing up is because these athletes, they're looked up as role models, not only from on and off the field, but just the way how they act. And Colin Kaepernick and all these other athletes, they're looked up as, these little kids, they want to be like the next football star or soccer star or tennis star, and they want to try to mimic their idol. Well, Colin Kaepernick is standing up for what he believes in, and with a heavy heart, he feels that society is not being the right way towards different races and sexes and different societies. So I think it'd be beneficial for the youth to know why these athletes are standing up for what they believe in, and maybe it would make a better future for America. They have the right to protest as a U.S. citizen. I believe whenever they are born here in the United States, they're given the right to protest, religion, speech. They are given that born right. So Colin Kaepernick and other athletes are expressing their freedoms towards the government freely, and I believe they have the right to. Also, our current president, President Obama, is also siding with Colin Kaepernick, well, to an extent. He wants people to know that, I quote, "I want the protesters to listen to the pain that they may cause somebody who, for example, had a spouse or a child who has killed in combat, and why it hurts them so to see someone not standing. But I also want people to think about the pain that he may be expressing about somebody who's lost a loved one that they think was unfairly shot." And there needs to be a change, of course, because of the latest cases in racial injustice. Latest cases happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and North Carolina. Two African American men were shot and killed by the police force because they did not want to obey orders and because they were under the possession of drugs and under the influence. And racial injustice has been going around for many years now, from kids with airsoft guns to kids just having their hands up. And I feel like the police force did wrong because they should have taken matters differently. And I believe those two men didn't deserve to die for something they didn't even have a armed weapon on them, or they were just trying to. I believe that they were obeying orders from the video that they have shown on both cases, but I feel the police force should have just taken matters differently. And my view on racial injustice, Colin Kaepernick and these other athletes are standing up for what they believe in because they want the future of America to be better. They know they're being looked up to by the youth especially, and they just want a better future for America. If we are able to look past our color and our race and our sex, I think America would have a better future, and it would give the nation, I guess, a better reason why we have the flag and why we have a great nation.